Wow, I honestly can't believe that it's been 3 years since I packed my bags with my big head without knowing anyone, no family, no friends, and journeyed down to this beautiful country, Sweden. Hi guys, welcome back to another video. If you're just seeing this face for the first time, my name is Kindness and I create videos about Sweden, moving to Sweden, studying in Sweden, and basically my life here in Sweden. Guys, in today's video, I'll be sharing with you some of the things that surprised me, or will I say that shocked me when I arrived this country. Now, why do you want to be interested in this video? These things shocked me, and I didn't have any heads up before coming to this country. Like back then there was really no videos about people doing people doing videos about moving to Sweden. So there was no really much heads up, at least so that I'll know what to expect or what not to expect. But I'm here to give you all the tea and the juice that you will be needing when you arrived here. I'm excited creating this and I hope you'll be excited watching it as well. So guys, without wasting much time, let's get into today's video. So to begin, I'll start with the most obvious one. The weather. Well, I knew that Sweden was cold, but not to the extent that I experienced, guys. So I arrived in Sweden in September, and the moment I landed the airport, I said, while I was waiting for my bus, I decided to go and wait, we are waiting for our bus. So I just said, let me just feed my eyes, walk around and know what everywhere looks like. The moment I stepped out of that airport door, oh my god, the cold breeze that blew me on my face, that was when I knew that I was in for a ride. I didn't even know that that was just the beginning of the weather. So the weather was one of the things that really shocked me. Sometimes we go as high as minus 17 degrees, minus 20 degrees. In fact, people who live in northern part of Sweden go up to minus 30 degrees, minus 40 degrees. Now, coming from a country that is sunny all around the year, this was a shock for me. Like I was asking myself, how do people cope in this kind of environment, in this kind of weather condition? So that was a shock for me. We also have when it comes to the weather, the days usually go dark very fast. So we have almost like 19 hours of darkness and just maybe 4 or 6 hours of daylight. I'm going to attach a picture of it because right now we are heading to winter, so the weather is already cold. So this is autumn winter, so I'm going to attach a picture to this video to tell you what it is. So in this video that I'm attaching, I took a picture or a video when the time was just 3:30, and everywhere is completely dark. So it's just like sometimes you just wake up from sleep, and the next minute is already getting dark and you are wondering what is going on. So it was a shock for me. Then apart from the darkness, the cold, I didn't really prepare myself for the weather. Yes, I got few winter jackets when I was coming, but I didn't really prepare myself. I didn't get winter shoes. I was thinking maybe my normal regular canvas was going to work. Guys, the cold will even penetrate inside your shoe. Like nobody will tell you. The gloves that you even buy from your home country will not even hold the amount of cold that you're going to be experiencing, right? So the weather is something else. The weather is really crazy. So you want to prepare yourself. like get the right winter shoes and the right winter boots. But don't worry, sometimes when you come here, when you go to different churches, some of them people gift you all these things, so you don't need to worry yourself. You can get one or two when you are coming. Then another thing about the weather is during the summer. The summer is beautiful in Sweden. And you know what happens during the winter, that we get the days get dark fast. In summer, the days we have long hours of brightness. In fact, in the north, we have 24 hours of brightness. So you can imagine, if you are the type that don't know how to sleep when everywhere is bright, you're going to find this very difficult. But don't worry, you are going to adjust, you get used to it. And so winter here is beautiful. And the Swedes, they don't joke with their summer. Sorry, summer here. The Swedes don't joke with their summer period. This is the time where you take in the sun. Like, you know that this period is the shortest period in the calendar. So you have to do all the activities you can do, right? Now, during the winter, I noticed that I was always getting tired. I was asking myself, why am I getting this tired? So it was strange to me. Like, you could sleep for like 10 hours, 15 hours, and you wake up tired. I'm like, what is going on? Am I falling sick and stuff like that? But no, the vitamin D levels in your body is dropping. So that's why during the winter we stock up on vitamin D. So every day you take the vitamin D supplement. It just helps you. It helps with your mood, your energy, your just think about anything that vitamin D does to you. So your mood, your energy, you sleep better, you wake up happy, all those kind of things. So we stock up on vitamin D. So, guys, the second thing I want to talk about that shocked me or that surprised me is when it comes to buying foodstuff or groceries. Guys, there's no street market here. Nothing like Oshodi market, where you go to buy raw food, you will price how much will it collect last, all those kind of things. There is nothing like that. Now, everything is organized. The place where you buy where you buy meat, you go to a store, the meat is already packaged, the kilogram is already written there, the price of the meat is already written there. um every other thing you want to buy, there's no bargaining. The price is the price. You understand? Sometimes I miss my bargaining spirit. How much this, you take this, you exchange bargains with the other person. I mean that is so. It was kind of like a shock to me. Like, everything is already stamped, the amount of money is already stamped, and things like that. So buying groceries was a shock. Then when it comes to um African food here is very, very expensive. And then when you manage to see an African store, it's either far from you, or when you get there, things are really, really expensive there. So you might want to prepare yourself. It's true, you cannot pack all the food stuff or African food from your house because you are limited to kilogram in your bag, right? So you want to get some important things that you cannot do without. So you want to get them in your bag. Then another thing that shocked me, when it comes to buying groceries or shopping here is, back then in Africa, when you go to a store and you buy something, they give you nylon or they give you bag to package your thing. So that day I went for the first time to buy, and I was waiting for them to give me bag. They didn't give me bag. Oh, you have to pay for bag. And at the point I was like, are you kidding me? I just bought something from you and you cannot give me bag to package it. Then as I progressed in my knowledge about the country and the people, I understood why they did that. Now, Sweden is big on sustainability, right? Imagine giving everybody that comes to your store a nylon bag. You see, the nylon bag will be littered about, but knowing that you paid for that bag, you will not want to throw it away. So, anytime you want to go to the store, you have to take your own bag with you. So another shock that I got when I arrived there, or that surprised me, was the place where you buy soft drinks like juice, like Coca-Cola and stuff like that is different from where you buy alcoholic beverages. And I was like, wow. So we in Sweden, there's where we call Systembolaget. So that's where you buy all alcoholic um beverages. Yeah, alcoholic beverages. So, and when you go there, you always have to show your ID card, irrespective of your age. If you are 50, if you are 60, you need to show your ID card in order to buy alcoholic drink. So it was a shock to me, a different place for buying alcoholic drink and a different place for buying soft drink. How nice, right? So another thing that shocked me, back in Africa, we can go walk into a pharmacy and say, oh, please give me paracetamol, give me ciprotab and stuff like that, and they sell to you, right? But in Sweden, getting medication is not like it was for me in Africa. It was a shock, and at a point, I was a bit pissed because sometimes you really need these things and you can't get them, right? So prescription medication here is by prescription. In fact, everything is really, really organized. So I remember the first time I got a prescription drug here, right? You must have seen a doctor, and the doctor will prescribe drug, and when you go to your profile on 1177.sc, you are going to see the doctor who prescribed the medication, the name of the medication, what the medication is used for, and how you are supposed to drink it. So you have to take that to go to the pharmacy. They will type in your social security number, and they'll see all that information before they can sell the prescription drug to you. Now, there are some people that even when the prescription drug finish, you have to go back to the doctor again. The doctor will look at you and think, oh, you don't need this again, or you need this again. So if you need it again, you go the same process, right? So getting medication here is very difficult. But when it comes to vitamins or supplements and paracetamol, you can get those over the counter. But if you are someone that's on prescription drug, maybe you have high blood pressure, you are asthmatic, or you have pneumonia, and you know that there are some certain drugs you must take all the time. So I advise you to come with your medication, because you cannot get access to medication very easily here. And you know how your sickness is, you know how it is in your body. Maybe you need it immediately and you may not get it. So please and please come with your medication. Very, very important. One thing I'll tell you is, when you arrive here, you are hardly going to get sick. Yes, I'm someone who always falls sick regularly back in Nigeria, but the few times I've gone to the hospital is not about maybe I am weak, I am sick. It's basically maybe serious ailments that require doctor seeing you, right? So I promise you, you will hardly get sick. You will not even see the need to go to the hospital. But you must always take your supplements. If you're someone that doesn't get sick, we have to take our supplements, right? So you're not going to get sick. I promise you that. Another thing that shocked me or that surprised me was the transport system. Guys, these people are organized. Like, the Sweden has one of the best transport systems you can think about, right? So the transport system inside the bus is very quiet. Everyone goes in from the front door. You have to make your payment. Now, you either make your payment using a card, as I've stated in one of my videos. You buy a bus card and load a amount of money on the card, maybe 1 month, or single amount of money on the card, or you pay through your phone using the transport app, right? So you enter the bus and make your payment and sit and go to choose any seat of your choice. Now, the bus is usually very quiet. Like, even if you are playing music very loud, people will just be looking at you. So everywhere is very quiet. Um, I grew up in Lagos. I'm used to the bustle and hustle and bustle of life. So to me, this was a shock. Like, how are people just so quiet like that and nobody is talking? You get. So another thing I noticed in the bus, like, sometimes I was like, okay, when we get down, how are we going to know where to stop? So when you sit in a bus, there's a place that you're going to, and you have reached your stop, right? There's a place close to your seat that you need to press stop, and the driver is going to stop for you. Now there's also a screen in the bus where you see all the bus stops. So when you're about arriving your bus stop, you can press the stop button and the driver will stop for you. Another thing about the transport system is when you when you sit in a seat, sometimes I notice that people don't come to sit with you, especially the suites. You will not see them coming to sit with you, even though there's an empty seat there and there's no place to sit. They'll rather stand than sit. It was surprising to me. I don't know why they do that. I know that they are reserved people, but I don't know why they do that. So the bus system is very good. Another thing I'll tell you about the bus system is, now you may think it's easy for you to just enter inside the bus without paying. Well, you can try it though and enter, but it's not advisable because they have the traffic police. Sometimes the traffic police might be inside the bus, you don't even know. And when they ask you for your ticket and you are not able to provide your ticket, you can get a fine for not having your ticket, and you don't want that for yourself, right? So it's better you pay the amount of money for the trip than having yourself being fined. So make sure you get your ticket before you get in a bus. So another thing that shocked me when I came here was when I was told that I could recycle my PET bottles. Guys, I'm like, we drink back home in Africa, we drink Coke, we drink Fanta, and we trash it out. Now this is what a PET bottle looks like. So I can recycle this. Like, you can keep drinking and accumulating, then at the time you're going to recycle. There's a barcode here, and this bottle is when you recycle it, you get 2 Swedish crowns for the big bottle, and you get Swedish crown for the small bottle. So that was a good thing to hear, guys. Recycling bottles saved me. So I'm going to give you one tip. If you come here, please, when you are waiting to get a job or anything, you can begin to pick it and recycle. Recycling bottles help me to pay for my bus ticket. So whenever school closes or I am done for my lectures in that day, I just go around the schools to pick bottles. Like, I take a bag with me and I pick bottles. Guys, we are African, they think, know they keep black man, and where they put the bottles is different from where they throw other things. So it is clean, it's not dirty, right? So you can, while you're waiting for your personal number to come out, or while you're waiting to get a job, guys, you can pick bottles and recycle. It can buy you your lunch in school, it can buy you your bus ticket, it can buy you maybe anything that you need, right? So recycling bottles was a shock to me, and it was a good innovation. That is one thing I like about Sweden. Sustainability, they encourage people to recycle things. So recycling bottle is very important. Don't forget, when you come here, you do it. So when you drink your Coke or your Fanta, do not throw them away. You need to save them to be able to recycle them. Another shocking thing or surprising me, back in Nigeria, when it comes to social interaction, you can meet up somebody maybe in a bus or anywhere, and you guys strike a conversation, and you guys become a little bit pals or buddies, right? In Sweden, I feel it's not like that. The Swedes, they like to be reserved. Like, before you can crack their code, they respect people's space, and they want you to respect their space. That's why I understand. So it's a gradual process in order to become friends with them. But when you manage to become friends with just one, you are going to really like it, because they are really nice people. And yeah, so that's alone, it was difficult for me to like be friends with the Swedes, because of they are almost like in their shell or something like that. But when you get to know them, you will like them. Another thing that shocked me, guys, when in Nigeria, you are invited, oh, to come to have dinner with us, or come to have lunch with my family, and you know that, oh my god, I'm going to eat a lot of food. In Sweden, when somebody invites you to come and have lunch with them, or come and have dinner with them, guys, you will carry your thing and go. The thing you are going to eat, you carry it and go. I'm like, I'm on my own. You asked me that I should come and join you for dinner, and I will still bring the thing I'm going to eat again. So that was strange to me. But then it's their culture. They have a reason why they do it. Sometimes they do it like that. People are allergic to food. Maybe you may be allergic to what I cook and stuff like that. So, but don't allow this to discourage you. Maybe when they ask you to come and have dinner with them, better still go with a drink. You can, whenever you go, you can go with a drink or something that you can bite. Sometimes some people will tell you you have to come, you don't really want to, you don't have to bother about bringing anything. But then I am already used to, whenever I'm going to somebody's house for dinner or for lunch, I have to go along with something. So you see me, I'm immersing myself in the Swedish culture, right? So this was a shock to me. And when you come here, now you've watched this video, it's not going to be a shock to you, right? So when going to a gathering, try not to go empty handed. So another cultural shock I experienced is when it comes to work-life balance. Well, I would not say it's a bad shock, but it's a good shock. In Sweden, you will hardly see an employee working, staying back in the office extra 2 hours or 3 hours when their closing time has already passed. No, you will not see anything like that. The Swedes, they cherish their time, their off time. They don't joke with it, right? So they how do I put it? They have balance for everything. When it's time to work, it's time to work. When it's time for family, it's time for family. So there's nothing like I'm spending 2 hours so that my boss can see me and I impress my boss. No, they believe that your employer believes that he has given you the job to do, and he believes that you are going to deliver the job. So the most important thing, what they are concerned about, is the fact that you delivered on that job. They don't care how many hours you spend doing it or how many hours you are going to take to do it. As long as you deliver on that job, that's what is important to them. Another thing again, when it comes to work or job, is the fact that the paycheck comes on the 25th. Like, they don't joke with it. Every 25th, your payment has arrived, your salary has arrived. Now, if the 25th is going to fall on a weekend, you get the payment the weekday before the 25th. How nice is that, right? It's really, really nice. So, and everything is organized. Your pay slip, there's a place that you can see all your pay slip, how you can check all your pay slip, all the things that you are paid for is written somewhere, and you can just access it. Also, when it comes to job, there is mutual respect. Like, your boss respects you, you respect your boss. Back in Africa, your boss can even send you to go and buy beans. There's nothing like that here, right? So I cherish the mutual respect between the employer and the employee. This was a really great thing for me. It made me working was, you'll be excited to go to work. Well, depending on the kind of work. So you'll be excited to go to work. So another thing that shocked me, or that I noticed when I came here, is there's no poor and rich. Like, you cannot see the distinction between a poor and a rich. In Sweden, everyone looks equal. In fact, if you work more, if you earn more money, you are going to pay more tax to be able to help the people that earn less. So do you understand? Even self, you can be in a bus with the mayor of the country and you would even know. That's to tell you how equal everyone is here. I kind of like the system that they run here. Like, back in Nigeria, you know how if you're not riding a big car, you feel, oh no, I want the kind of big car my friend rides. No. In this place, there's balance. Even if you are going to get a car, you just need something to just move you from point A to point B. And if you cannot get a car, that's fine. Even everybody rides a bicycle here. So if you cannot get a car, you get a bicycle, and nobody is going to look down on you and be like, this one is riding bicycle. Nothing like that. So I like the system that they run here. Everyone is equal. If you earn more, you pay more tax to help those that don't work, right? So, which is a good thing. Another thing that surprised me when I came here was the idea of free education. So when you arrive here, your children can go to school for free. Now, when your child is in the primary level, I think from 5 years and above, they go to school for free. Meanwhile, your child that is 1 year to 3 years, they go to something they call free teed, right? Free teed is almost like what we call play group at home. So it just enables you to be able to go to school or go to work. So you just want to drop them somewhere where they can stay until you are back from work. So for that group of people, you need to pay a little amount of money, a little amount of money. But from primary school up to university level, schooling here is free. Another thing that surprised me was child support. Like when a woman gives birth, the you are not just abandoned, they give you a stipend to support you. So every child you have has a particular amount of money that they give to them until they reach 18 years. Guys, how nice is this? How nice. So child support was one thing that surprised me, which would be a good initiative if we can like take it back home, right? Again, did I mention that Sweden runs a cashless society? Like it's been 3 years since I've been here, and I can tell you, I cannot remember the last time I saw physical cash. So most of the stores that you enter here only accept card payments, right? So it's only few stores that you go into that they accept cash. Very, very few stores. In fact, most stores are already taking that away from their stores. So Sweden runs a cashless society. We make payments with card, or you can put your ATM on your phone and just swipe it, and that's it. Guys, the list is long. If I continue talking, this video is going to be very, very long, and I don't want that. I really don't like making long videos so that people can enjoy watching it, right? So there you have it, some of the things that shocked me and surprised me when I arrived here. So at least you would have picked 1 or 2 points from this video that when you come, you will not be shocked or surprised, right? I understand that it can be difficult or challenging trying to find your way around and try to stabilize, but at the end of the day, when we are moving to a new country, we need to unlearn old stuff and relearn new stuff. That's the reason why we are international immigrants. We are immigrants. We learn the culture of the country that we are in, right? So do not let any of these things to make you worry or anything. You are going to come here and you'll be happy that you did. So guys, that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed watching it as much as I enjoyed creating it. Please do well to like this video, share this video, comment, drop your comment. Guys, I'm going to answer you guys. I enjoyed answering your questions, so I'm going to answer your questions. And do all the good stuff you can to this video, and I'll see you in my next video. BCS, hey do.